when I see society, by the way, guys, don't think society, don't look at it. Society isn't everyone. Don't look at you. Okay, society isn't everyone. We are a society. So we're a network of people. So that's one society. It's the same way I talk about publics. You know, it's not just one thing. So society is just a group of whatever it is. A society of amoebas, society of individuals, society of Dutch, society of Turkish. I mean, the society, so the boundary of the society is what is it that you are putting within that circle. Part of a phenomenal history of a collection of very good intended interventions, from giving shirts to all the Latin American tribes, to making design cities that we feel were most efficient for the progress that we're doing. All of that is there. So you guys have to deal now with the legacy of all these good choices at the time, that as a result of the fact that the world has evolved and has transformed, and that these people perhaps were not thinking about alternativeness and otherness and transformation and differences being part of that system, that reason alone is the why now they're seen as failures. But that we can, and because you guys don't have like, so this is the way it should be done. It's the great thing about this. There's no one that can say, okay, so they've all failed, so this is what we need to do now. Because even now we have in our own school, in our own department, in our own faculty, we have people going all different directions. So we don't have it now. All we're trying to say here is that there is always another approach. There is always another understanding. There is always an openness that you need to hold on to say, okay, well, let me use an experiment and play and see if I can get out of that a deeper understanding through my creative exploration of phenomenally complex processes, and try to make interventions that, to the best of my ability, are sensible to the things I've been able to pick up from my research. So that whenever I make something, you know, I'm making this not just because I like it, and I like big tower buildings, no, but because somehow it's been informed to the best capacity from those different organizations and entities and vectors and whatever that you analyze. So the more you collect, the more informed and the more sensitive and the more sensible your intervention can become. From, you know, very big mapping data, what we've been trying to do the last few weeks about just collecting information on the economy, so that's good, we have that. But there's going to be something else going to start happening once we get on the ground, about the cultural practice of everyday living. And this becomes fundamental for someone who wants to make a house, that they hope to any extent to be sustainable, to a neighborhood, that they hope to be sustainable, to a city. And not coming in with, this is our model, the perception of our city as we carried it, because we've been given that knowledge as students, that a city ought to be like this, and thus we're going to Haiti with our perception, our battery of knowledge, and we're going to conceive that. No, and we actually start to perceive what is there, not dismiss what we have, take that with us, park it, look at other stuff, park it, look at other things, park it, and then start to reconstitute these three things. So that whatever comes out is a trialectics of those three different, let's say, domains for what we perceive, what we conceive, and thus as what is lived in space. And I believe this was my last slide. Yeah.